Okay, so, welcome back to the second channel. I'm sorry I post next to nothing here, but there's been so much I wanted to talk about. I just really haven't had the time to talk about it. But now I do, because, this is a very important thing to me. And, I'm sick and tired of staying quiet. Now, normally I don't like getting political because as soon as you get political, people get stupid. Because it's politics. Everybody is stupid over politics. All right, I hate talking about it, but this is something I have to talk about. All right, and today we're going to be talking about three things. All right, it's Bill C-11, it's gun laws, and it's marijuana laws. Okay, not in a negative way for the marijuana laws. It's a little positive because I want to keep some positivity. I don't want to just make it a whole bashing the Liberal Party and bashing Justin Trudeau. Like, I want it to be somewhat fair, but at the same time, it's like, no, what is this? All right, so number one, which is the biggest thing, is, of course, at least for me, obviously, is Bill C-11. And the reason why it's such a big deal is because I make content. And unlike what they say is like, oh, we won't regulate content that is not non-commercial, which makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. My stuff is non-commercial, technically non-commercial, because I don't make money. However, I do want to start making money in the future. So what does that mean? What does that tell you? And, define Canadian enough. I mean, like, I was born in Canada. Is that Canadian enough? Like, we don't, like, it's a multiculturalist country, Multiculturalist. What is Canadian culture? That's like going and saying American culture. What, burgers and fries? Is that Canadian culture? Is that American culture? Right? Like, is that it? I mean, just last night, it was Cinco de Mayo, which is more of a thing that's celebrated in America, as in Canada and the States, mainly the States, but still, it's Mexican themed, and I'm pretty sure it's a huge thing from, like, Mexican Americans that is celebrated over, like, Mexican independence. There's a whole thing about Cinco de Mayo, but that's a different story. The point that I'm trying to make is, you can't define it. Like there's different types of cultures, right? There's native culture, there's like the native culture, there's the black culture, there is Asian culture, there's many cultures. Is that what you mean? Because if that's the case, then what's the problem with content coming out from other countries? Or is there a deeper meaning behind it? Is there a political meaning behind it why you would want Canadian content? We don't know. All right, and it's been nothing but vague, and everybody who is like a YouTuber or a content creator has been against it. I have yet to find one who is all for it. At least one who is all for it and is coherent. Actually, like, even coherent, I just haven't found a single person who's for it. Like, Linus Tech Tips. Actually, I haven't even seen, I don't even remember if I've seen Linus Tech, not Linus Tech Tips, it was, like, Mudahar, he's against it. JJ, he's against it. I think Linus, I don't want to say something about Linus. I don't think, because I don't remember if he spoke about it yet. I've been kind of slacking on this one, but just from what I have seen, the reaction to this has been overtly negative, and for good reason, because it's a law that we don't understand what it means. We don't know what is going on. Now, here's the thing too, will it affect us? Yes, it will affect us. Is it supposed to affect us, like people like what we do? Probably not. Like, to give you a little idea of why this bill is being made, from what I am seeing here, it's simply because the Liberals are, and I don't like getting political because I don't want a whole flame war happening in the comment section, but they might be afraid that they're losing their power because people are looking towards America or like any other country that spits out freedom, America, and it's like, we don't want that. We don't want them to think that's what it is, so you block it. I don't know. It's just a theory. Maybe it's just a conspiracy theory, non-conspiracy theory, I don't know. It's just a thought. Maybe that's it. Or maybe it could be because Canadian, I don't even know. I can't think of any plausible reason why you would do this. Now, the thing is, if that's what it's to target, like, political creators, which is what I'm assuming, fine. Not fine. It's not something you should do, but it's like, that probably will not affect somebody like me who makes video games. Like, or it's not supposed to affect somebody like me who makes videos about video games, but I mean, with how vague it's written, and then you're leaving it to a bunch of bureaucrats and some industry radio transmission company or whatever the fuck that I just heard about like last month. I don't even know what the CRTC is. Nobody knows. It's just something that probably our tax dollars go to. You're paying for bullshit, and we need to give them more reasons to take more money in our taxes. Maybe that's why, too. Maybe it's because, oh shit, these guys need more funding, let's give them more funding, because everybody is fucking leaving this dying old media. That could be another reason, too. There are many reasons to why this bill could be out. So, like, don't think it's, like, one dimension. There's probably many layers to it, or maybe, again, it's just because they're stupid. Like, they're stupid and they think they're doing the right thing, but they're not. Who knows? You never know. But that's just kind of why I'm just now deciding to say they don't care about you. They don't. They truly don't. I have yet to hear one thing that the Liberal Party has done that's beneficial for somebody like me in my position. Like, okay, I'm just a man who makes videos. These are all I like to do. I just like to make my videos. I like my creative freedom on the over the internet. You are now trying to take that away. I am not a liberal, okay? I do not vote liberal. I do not lean liberal. You can call me a conservative shill all you want. I don't care. I don't lean that way. I'm sorry. However, don't take my words as like, oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, my words do matter. Everybody's words matter at some point. But in the grand scheme of things, I guess not. Like, it's honestly up to you. I don't know. It's just stressful. Like, when I say my word, your words matter, because your words don't really matter. I mean, you're pretty much just voting for a bunch of idiots. And that's it. Your votes don't really matter. You're just voting for an idiot. It's like, either what do you want? You want somebody who'll do jack shit, or you want somebody who'll do fuck all. That's where your words don't matter. My words matter as in you're regulating my fucking platform. Like, this is my territory, and now you've entered my territory, and now I'm mad. Like, I have every right to be mad. You're coming into my shit. You're doing what the government does. They come into your shit, and then they screw around with it. And, now I'm just here bitching and complaining, hoping somebody will listen and maybe agree with me while I have gameplay in the background. Because that's all I'm delegated to now, because, creative freedom is now probably going to die in the next few months. And that's just one thing. That's just the thing that kind of, like, got me into this whole tangent. There's, like, plenty of other things why I don't like it. And mainly it's gun laws. Gun laws are the second biggest thing why I think these guys are failures. Okay? And, not even just gun laws, too. Like, every time I hear them in the news or I see them do something, it's something stupid. Like, did everybody just forget that somebody in Veterans Affairs told a woman to literally did the equivalent of KYS? Like, literally. It wasn't even like a joke. Like, if you say that over a COD lobby, it's a joke. This person was serious. Like, they literally said, don't quote me on it, obviously, I'm paraphrasing here, like, to, do that to herself, because, like, she needed a stair lift. And that's an option. And, like, that's crazy. And I don't want to blame the government I'm not going to blame the Trudeau legislation for that, but I kind of will now, after I keep hearing them saying that they're going to make the list wider for when you could have medically assisted unaliving. God, I sound like one of those. God, sorry. This is ridiculous. I don't know how else to say it. This is just purely ridiculous stuff going on. Now, listen, again, like I said, I don't want it to just be a liberal bash session. Like, there's a lot of things that they've done that I agree with, like the legalization of cannabis. It's amazing. Great. I love it. I'm high right now. Shit. I have no problems with that, Of course, you have people who disagree with it. You have people saying, like, oh, it's too much, or this or that. This should be illegal. That should be illegal. No, I say free open market. But I mean, that's, I guess, the capitalist, quote, conservative, whatever the fuck you want to put a label on it, part of me. Just do your own shit. Just don't bother me with it. Okay, fair enough. And let me do my own shit. Like, don't do this. This is honestly detrimental for, like, everybody. You're not only hurting yourself because you're hurting your ratings, but you're just hurting people who aren't even a part of this. I haven't even been a part of this whole stupid thing of, like, okay, let's blame Biden, let's blame Trudeau, let's blame the government for everything that's wrong in the world. I haven't even been a part of that. Like, I'm just somebody who makes videos about video games, and then all I keep getting in my feed is like, oh, this is going to ruin YouTube. This is going to ruin the internet in Canada all in general. That affects me. It does. You know, and it affects everybody who's listening to this because it's going to change their shit as well. They don't want some stupid bullshit that, like, they don't want to hear. They want to hear what I have to say. Or they don't. I don't really know. Anyway, that's it. I don't know if I'll stick around for long. Make a few videos here and there. But you know what? I'm going to keep my head up anyway because, I mean, legislation can change. Bills can be, like, rescinded, whatever the hell's. It's complicated. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.